Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I like to do the Just for Today in a meditation with you for May the 19th, and I am excited to get this done. This is my fourth taping. I am having such a tongue-tied issue today. So let's see if we can get through this successfully. May the 19th, a growth inventory. We review our past performance and our present behavior to see what we want to keep and what we want to discard. Basic text, page 29. As each day winds to a close, many of us reflect on the past 24 hours and consider how we can live differently in the future. It's easy for our thoughts to remain trapped in the mundane. Change the oil in the car, keep the living room clean, or empty the litter box. Sometimes it takes a special effort to jog our thinking out of the daily rut and onto a higher track. One simple question can put us on the high road. What do we think our higher power wants for us tomorrow? Maybe we need to improve our flagging conscious contact with the God of our understanding. Perhaps we've been uncomfortable in our job or our relationship, holding on only out of fear. We might be hiding some troubling defect of character, afraid to share it with our sponsor. The question is, in what parts of our lives do we really want to grow? As each day ends, we find it beneficial to take some moments to spend time with our higher power. We can begin to reflect on what will benefit our program of spiritual growth most in the coming day. We think about the areas in which we have grown recently and target areas that still require work. What more fitting way to end the day? Just for today, I will set aside some time at the end of the day to commune with my higher power. I will review the past day, meditating on what stands between me and my higher power's will for my life. I appreciate that reading. I appreciate that reading so much. It reminds me of a reading or a meditation that I did recently on spiritual growth and prayer and meditation. And this is pretty much along the same lines of that. This is step 11 type work where we're going to look at our day. We're going to meditate on our day and we're going to look at it and through the conscious contact, if you will, with our higher power, figure out what we need to change and what we need to do to move forward. And of course, step 10 is in there too, right? Because that's an opportunity for us to look back on our interactions with people and figure out if we owe anyone an amends. So this growth inventory is a beautiful tool to add to your day-to-day life, right? You can do it in the morning, you could do it midday, you could do it in the evening. It doesn't have to be religious in nature. You just want to be able to spend some time and have a spiritual moment where you're considering who you are, what you've done, and what things you need to do in order to move to that next level. Like it says here, to get ourselves on a higher track. And it's so easy. You know, when I wake up in the morning, it is so easy to get into a routine, a rut of doing things the same way over and over and over. It's just living, right? It's just waking up, living your life every day, doing the things that you need to do to take care of yourself and your family. Well, there's some things that we might want to take a look at to analyze if we can lift our standard for ourselves into a more positive level, a healthier level. I just recently started a dialogue with a few people that were interested in working out. They needed some support. And I'm really good about being an accountability partner for people when it comes to working out. And I remember the last time I started this coffee and stairs group, I ended up with so many people in the group, and I was up every day. I would greet everyone. We do our coffee, kind of chit chat a little bit, express some gratitude for being alive. And we would hit these stairs going up and down the stairs. And everyone would let one another know in this group chat how many flights of stairs they had done. And if they were struggling or if they were just feeling great about their accomplishment, right? And it went on for about an hour. And I believe the group lasted for about a year. But one of the things I found out was that certain people would fall off from keeping in shape and coming into the group. And when I would talk to them, they needed a different time frame. They needed to do it at a different time. And I found myself basically 3 times a day working out with various people to encourage them. But it also served a purpose for me, right? It encouraged me to work out as well. And so this is one thing that I've been thinking about is that by me helping others, wanting to help others, and agreeing to be their accountability partner, guess what happens? I get on that higher track myself when it comes to my health and fitness, right? And so sometimes we might, have to look at what we're doing, what we're eating, and how we're sleeping. And we have to make those adjustments. And we cannot let life just roll on top of us, just roll us over, right? We cannot allow that to happen because our inward peace, our contentment, right? Our ability to enjoy life, not just longevity, right? But also the quality of our living, right? It's not just about how long I live, but will I be able to live healthy and happy, joyous and free? And so I challenge you today to take a look at that and see what changes you might need to make. Do a growth inventory every day. There's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of time to focus on yourself, your patterns, your life, and what adjustments you can or cannot make. Right? I just saw a message on Facebook from one of my cousins. She would be like maybe a second cousin, and she's learning how to come away from people pleasing. Right? We all have areas that we can focus on. And in recovery, it's better for you to focus on it by choice than by force. Because by force, that alone entails so many other factors. And it generally is never pleasant. And it can be lasting, but it is never pleasant. It's never pleasant to have a doctor tell you that your heart is weak, and you might need to consider a heart surgery. It's never pleasant for you to smoke, chain smoke, and then find out that now because of your lung condition, you have COPD, and you have to do this and you have to do that. It's always better to take authority over your own life and make the changes that you need to make by choice. And so I invite you to do that today. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.